Hello my friends, welcome at Domidrewno workshop, or I should say wooden house workshop. Today we will start work at some quite unusual project. I need to prepare, to build a special arm for my lightings at green screen studio, and of course I decided to make it from wood. So I need to build couple elements with wooden hinges. So like you see on my table saw, I have quite excellent piece of Polish ash. It's a very nice looking species of wood. And first, of course, I need to clean up both edges. And this piece on the table, like you see, is quite tapper. I think the word I should use. So it won't be parallel. I leave it like this for a couple minutes because I don't want to lose any centimeters. It's a very nice looking species of wood. On the widest end is about 35 or maybe even more centimeters, so it's quite wide. Like you see, I'm using push stick because it's quite hard to push it on the table. Next two edges, and then we can jump to the thicknesser. And here is the easiest part of woodworking. You just need to put a piece of wood from the one side and take it away from another side. Like you see, I'm using special spray. It's a lubricant to help moving boards on the table. And then we can back to the table saw and make couple cuts. It's about 13 centimeters, and then time to cross cuts. So the boards will be 50 by 13, I think. The thickness is 22 millimeters. I think it will be enough, but we will see. And the small one is about 10 by 13. And now we can start work with the hinges. So I found the washer is nearly the same dimension. So I draw the circle and then I draw the center line. So 11 millimeters, of course. And it's a waste material, yeah, the market one. And the long board, it will have two hinges on the both sides, on the both end, and of course I need the center line too. And then we can jump to the bend saw. First cuts it's quite easy because I can start from the beginning, and I can use parallel fence. And like you see, I'm using stop block on the end. The longest boards It's more difficult because I need to start from the side and get to the get into the middle section, and then I can use the drawing line as a guide. And of course, it's the board is 22 millimeters. If I lose the one millimeters in the middle, it's okay. It's really okay, because if I want close up hinge, I need some space between. And now I'm using a caliper to split this hinge on 4 elements. I think 4 is enough, should be good. And like you see, I'm using very delicate Japanese saw, because the blade is about 0.3 millimeters. So it's really tiny cut. And I think if I put the screw, quite long screw, through the hinge, I should screw it tight, and the whole hinge should be quite easy to set up. Now I'm using 90-degree magnetic block to cut two elements on the end, and then jump to the scroll saw. Sorry, I didn't set up focus properly. And of course I'm using it because the scroll saw I'm using because it's the blade is very delicate too. Like you see, it's start looking as a hinge here. And the loose is really tiny. Then I can think about planing the middle section after band saw. Of course you can use plane, of course you can use sandpaper. It's not a big deal to make it flat. And of course it's not so important to be really flat. And now time to some math. 37 minus 11, 26. 32 minus 11, 21. It's a 21 board, and it's 26 millimeter piece. So I can use this drill very easily. No measurement, no measure, no drawing on the boards. And of course it will be the drilling will be through the material, but the drill, like you see, is not enough long, so I must drill from the both sides, and the hole is really accurate in the middle of on this material. And I can use long screws like this, and it's so easy. It's so easy type of work, really, believe me. And another drill, and another hole. It's so easy that, believe me, every kid can work with this spark drill. Okay, and then we need to clean up external edges of the hinge. I'm using belt sander. I think the easiest and most efficient type of work. It's so easy, like you see. And again, the shape, external shape, don't have to be really part of circle, you know, is not so important. Then I'm using small hand bandsaw for metal to cut these threads, and of course we need to think about nut, and like you see, the end of screw is tapered, so it's so easy to put nut on the screw. And then we must take care about internal part of hinge. And like you see, I'm using next excellent equipment is Milwaukee M12 angle grinder. With this 50 millimeters foot is so efficient type of work. Excellent tool. And now I can start test. I can do first test of the hinge. It's working or not? Yes, I did it. Now I'm using very handy small milling machine. I will add, or I should say I will remove every edge and I will add the small chamfer. I think it will look much better with this chamfers. So I will spend on this part of work a couple minutes, and then I need to prepare 2 clamps for my LED lamps. And like you see, I'm cutting this piece of wood on the bandsaw, but I need to tell you that I do it on wrong direction. Like you see, now the grains going on the long edge, and this part I can broke it easily. So I won't record it another time, but keep in mind that this part was changed. And like you see, it's mounted on my green screen studio table. So on expanded moment is about 1 meter long, and like you see is quite straight. I think it's working really good, but it's only one but. In this position the arm is really straight, yeah, like you see. But when I move, how to say it, how to explain you, when I do something like this, oh yeah, the closest part to the aluminum rail is going like wing. But of course it's not so important for me to keep it really straight. But now I know that I should use much more thicker material. Okay, so maybe next time I will do some I will use thicker material, or maybe aluminium. Okay, so like you see, the two LED lights on the left and right side I'm using only to as a backlight. It will the light it will be only behind me, and it will use only to light on the green screen. And of course it's my new 3D printer, Voron V0 or Voron 0. Okay, so thank you for your attention, and I can clean up after work. Like you see, I can put it quite close to the table. Okay, thank you, and see you next time. Bye bye.